Hi, I'm Paris, and summertime's here in Texas. I am rarely out of reach of a cold iced tea. I especially like Texas tea, green tea sweetened with honey. The problem is, also within reach at that time is usually my phone, laptop computer, sometimes a camera, sometimes a desktop computer, and these two things don't mix well. Now I'd like to have my drink in a tall glass with ice cubes and a straw, but I keep it in the bottle with the lid on it because I'm afraid of spilling it. Now there's a company called Mighty Mug. It says I can have my drink in the glass with the ice, drink it with the straw, and not have to worry about tipping it over. Now there's some magic technology in this. I'm going to investigate and see how it really works.
Epic Review Guys.
The folks at the Mighty Mug contacted me and offered to send me a Mighty Mug to try out. I was going to do that, but as I read up on it, most people seem very pleased with this, but there were some reviews that weren't quite so positive, so I decided I'll just buy it on my own, one that I find online, and give it a try. This particular one holds 20 ounces, and you can wash it in the dishwasher on the top rack, and that's an important point for me. They have this in different colors. They have insulated models for coffee. They actually have glass, wine glasses and tumblers that use the same technology that makes it so you supposedly can't knock them over. They range in price generally from around $17 to $25. Some of the glassware seems a little more expensive. I'll put a link to this right down below the video. Let me put my electronics, hopefully out of harm's way, over here and see what this looks like and how it works. Now they make it sound like it's not just a suction cup, which you could see. You take your tumbler, you have a suction cup on the bottom, and you stick it down. It's not going to fall over. Of course, with the suction cup, you're also not going to be able to pick it up to drink it. You're going to have to lean down to it to drink out of the straw. They claim with this that you can't knock it over sideways from any direction, but when you go to lift it straight up, it comes off the table with no problem. And I'm guessing when you put it back down, it re-adheres somehow. Let's see. I thought I would like this color of teal. It's a double plastic wall, which I don't think goes a long way towards keeping it cold for an extended time, but I think it keeps your hand from freezing while you're holding a cold drink. I'll let you know how that works out. The straw, the mechanism on top, which, oh, I see. If you don't want to have the straw in there, you can close it up that way. More like a travel mug in your car. Yeah, there's a rubber seal around the inside here. The instructions. Now I noticed it had a little hesitation when I went to lift it up there. So without trying anything else, without even looking at the bottom, I'm just going to put this down. Okay. All right, that's kind of cool. Now, time to read the instructions and figure out what's going on down here. Reading through the instructions here, they really don't make any attempt to explain how it works, just that it's a patented technology. They also do say that it won't work, it won't adhere properly to a textured surface, to a curved surface. The dashboard of your car is not going to work, they say. Also, no microwaving it, no freezing it, and no trying to rip it off of its base or anything like that. That all voids the warranty. They will replace it if it goes bad. Here's a little bit closer look, and the straw does come out of there, and there's a little piece you can flip over to cover that hole. And then the cup itself, it's double plastic. Turns out you can use this for hot drinks as well. It says, this particular model, which is the Vortex. Now here's the business end of things. It feels a little rubbery, doesn't feel sticky really, but it feels grippy. I think this is made of silicone. I can push around the edges. I can feel give, a little bit of give here. I don't feel any here, and then there are air holes. So it seems like it's some kind of suction. It's in such a way that the air gets pushed out of, like around the edges, so you can't push it over, but when you go to lift it, that does something. If it's an even pressure, it releases all the suction, and then you can lift up. It's something like that, I think. Yeah, okay, I probably just voided the warranty there. It's funny because it almost feels like it's not adhered at this moment. Like I could maybe fool it if I... See, I can't, if I have to not look at it. If I look at it, it knows when I pick it up. Okay. There's also, it moves slightly when the weight of it comes down. That's got to be involved in it too. So that, I think it's actually not adhering right now. I think it only adheres when the tipping happens. Yeah. So it's not that it releases the pressure so that you can lift it up, I think. I think the pressure only forms when you try to do that. Still, it's pretty cool. Okay, time to test it out. I'll get some ice, got my drink, put this on, see how it works. I have my Mighty Mug Vortex full of ice. You just don't look at it when you're doing it so it doesn't know that it's coming. 20 ounces. This is, I think, like 18 and a half ounces, but I have a lot of ice in here. Do I really want to take a chance of spilling that much? It'd be interesting to go to a bar that has decided to switch over to this technology. There's all of their tumblers, all of their wine glasses with this technology, and people who've had several to drink, see whether they actually don't spill anything because it works. Also, in a commercial location, they'd be used every day and washed every day, so you get a better idea of do they really last. This is more how iced tea is meant to be drank. It's good. It stays so cold when you have a lot of ice. No matter, even if it's down to here, you still have a cold drink. It's not nearly as sweet, but it's still cold. Okay, it's a fairly big hole by the straw. I do not want this to tip over. Okay. I feel like I'm in the Old West. I'm going for the fast straw. It says don't punch it. Gotta be nice to your Mighty Mug. Okay. All right. A casual bump seems to not tip this over if you meet all the requirements of having a non-porous surface like a wooden table or I guess marble, that sort of thing, and it's placed flat. All those conditions are met. It does seem to work pretty well. This would have been nice to have when my kids were little and we had lots of spill drinks. We tried to get special sippy cups that wouldn't tip over and wouldn't spill. But in front of the TV on the living room rug, this wouldn't have adhered properly anyway, so it wouldn't have worked. I suppose we could have taught them always put it up on the coffee table, and with it on the coffee table, it wouldn't have spilled. Be interesting, kids growing up now that this technology is in our lives. It'd be funny if the kids in the future, they're so used to this that they think you can't tip cups over. So overall, I like the Mighty Mug. About $20 for a hard to spill glass, let's put it that way at least. I would feel fine having it on the table here and trust it not to spill. Saying I would trust it here on the table, I'll probably put that to the test soon because it's about time to start working on taxes for last year. And I'm gonna have something like this on the table with me and hopefully all my numbers will add up. Find out more about the Mighty Max mugs at the link right down below this video. Can't fool me. Seems to work really well. We're going to have fun with this. I'm sure everyone will want to try it out and let you know how it works longer term. You can keep checking back for that future video or you can click that subscribe button down below. You'll get notified when our videos go up. See you on the next review.
Epic Review Guys.